two eyes in orbit, on my 180th day on the field, in the year 3677 SC. My mind's focus has been renovated by a petrified landscape. My heaven-sent beetle steed and I have walked the frontier on our own for the pursuit of witnessing sentinels, and I have just this morning stumbled upon a sight of artistic grace, violently unhinged by nature. As sand becomes dune, so too does ash become hellscape. We have stepped carefully, thanks to Ilio's keen sense of the environment ahead, but enchanted metallics are peppered in and under a pyroclastic consequence of the area's past volcanic activity. Sentinels are disheveled, toppled, and otherwise mummified in a grand and incredible display of statuesque stillness. As of now, I have sketched the exterior of 3 constructs in grand detail. The scene is silent. Neither Ilio nor myself can sense any electric movements or awareness of surveillance, as we previously had at the mouth of a massive mining operation. I feel comfortable in our decision not to brave its contents at this time, but in the presence of this junkyard cemetery, the once electric dead are perfect models for my studies. I do not feel particularly afraid around these monoliths. I know the body has made it safe for me to travel here. While I can't help but admire the craftsmanship, these constructs are functionally destroyed. Therefore, I am unable to safely explore their inner workings, or even revel in personal electrical tinkering. And regrettably, I wish to preserve as much of these audio reels as I can, so my drawings will have to suffice for visual description and observation. But this masterpiece itself has not inspired using one of my last sound reels. While taking a seat on the cold, rock-smothered shoulder of a dirt-covered sentinel, I look across the sea of ash and found a silent siren, a Kylyy kindred of my own, frozen and fossilized, permanently draping the base of an old biological turret. And from that poor soldier, gasping as he suffocated, my eyes were caught by a dull, unrusted weapon pointing at the sky behind him. A woman standing still, petrified, tall and proud, her patriotism sealed forever in a nightmarish, ghastly exhibit. While I look at the face of this unwavering soldier, I am transported to a different time and place. As I speak now, I can see the Colossi sentinels of the electric god moving in my mind's eye. The soldier is crying out from deep within her roots as she had just seen her comrade manning a trebuchet, now blown into all directions by a return fire in the form of a brass warhead. This legionary had lived her entire life preparing to fight the electric god on behalf of our goddess body and our Kylyy kind. to the dirty sun rising in the west and see a damaged, luminous construct, balancing on one strong leg, but having lost control of its motor faculties. Its head leans dramatically broken to the northeast, but remains intact still. Upon investigation, it is clear that 6 legionaries had climbed the construct, but died of asphyxiation from the volcanic ash. The soldier at the construct's neck is hacking the wire housing apart with a meteorite hatchet, its elemental origin blessedly sent from the body's heavens. The construct is badly damaged, but the rage of the volcano I have named Mount Franco has cast its climactic die and mummified the entire conflict in its most heated and violent stages. Perspective has shifted to my present, and as I turn to walk to my desired seat, I am astonished to find one last horrific sight. A legionary, face down in the dirt and thus merged into the molten landscape, has had his brain seed surgically removed. I set my weak sensibilities aside and peer into the cranial cavity, only to find a heat-warped, tool-damaged operation. Good goddess herself, I regret that I am not the first of our kindred to visit this grisly scene. However, I am the first to leave it unharmed, as I prefer this battleground graveyard photograph. I do not have the authority to fully interpret this landmark, though I hope it remains for many to see. To the goddess, the body incarnate, I admire and fear your grand might.